Hey, what's going on, man? Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com. If you're watching this right now, that means that you're trying to get your ex back. If you're not, well, you're in good hands here because I'm going to be giving some really good information whether or not you're trying to get your ex back, whether or not it's going to work, stuff that is going to help you permanently for the rest of your life. So hang on tight, let's go for a ride. One thing I need to say here is I really don't believe in the idea of trying to get your ex back. I really don't like the idea. And the reason is because I'm under the belief that if something didn't work out with your ex, then it's probably a good idea for you to move on and meet someone else where things will be easier, okay? Of course, there are exceptions. I don't know, maybe you've been married for a long time and you got divorced and maybe there's some way to work it out. Or maybe you guys have been together for 10 years and there is a way to work it out. And I'll give you some tips on how to do that. But at the end of the day, it's really important for you to know that you don't want your ex back. So let's look at the few different scenarios here. Either you broke up with her and you want to get her back, or she broke up with you. Well, in the first scenario, if you broke up with her, what this means is that there was something that wasn't working out between you two. Something deep down inside of you, in your intuition, said, this woman, this girl is not right for me. So unless you can give yourself a really good reason why you should have her back, you should really second guess that because you initially broke up with her. Or maybe you're giving her a second chance. You broke up with her because she cheated on you or did something wrong, and now you're giving her this second chance here, when you shouldn't be giving her that second chance because she messed up and you can find someone better. Now, I don't really believe in this idea of constantly finding someone better all the time until you get to this point where, you're in too much of an abundance and you just keep swiping or keep approaching. Eventually, I believe you can find someone who's going to be amazing for you and is good enough. I don't say that in the settling good enough, but good enough where she meets most of the criteria and you guys have an amazing relationship. The other situation you might be in is if she broke up with you, and this is the case where 100%, you should not be trying to get her back, okay? Again, I have some information here for the exceptions where, maybe you guys have been in such a long relationship and you want to work it out. But either way, you don't want to be going after the girl that dumped you, that broke up with you, okay? I know it's painful and you want her back and you miss the memories, but believe me, been through experience, coached many guys through this experience, that there's someone else out there that's better for you, that wants and desires you. You want someone that wants and desires you. You do not want to try to trick or get back with a girl who doesn't want you, okay? So that is the bottom line. Now, there are 4 things that you can work on, areas of personal development that are going to help you either go through this breakup, help you become a better person if you're just here for more information and don't really care about getting your ex back, or help you in the specific case, in that exception where there is a situation where it is appropriate to try and rekindle things with your ex. And the 4 things that I'm going to be talking about today are health, wealth, appearance, and lifestyle. I call this the 4-step attraction amplifier because these are the outer qualities that will help amplify your attraction towards the opposite sex, or the same sex if you're watching, but it will help you amplify your attraction in ways that will potentially get your ex to notice you, or like I said, just in general, be able to attract more people. And I'm not going to be doing a deep dive into all 4 of these. If you want a super deep dive, I talk all about this in my program called Hooked, which you can check out at getherhooked.com. I'll put a link to that below this video. I have a whole video with Wade Alters, formerly known as RSD Brad, and we go and we dive super deep into health, wealth, appearance, and lifestyle for you to be able to amplify attraction. But I still have some great information for you here in this video right now. First, you want to be focusing on your health. Here is a tip. If anything, prioritize eating green vegetables all the time. Vegetables. Pretty much the healthiest thing above all things you could ever eat, green leafy vegetables. So I don't know if that's going to be you making smoothies all the time or eating more salads, whatever it is. And the reason why you want to focus on this is because when you are eating more vegetables and taking in more nutrients and focusing on your health, and of course going along with this could be working out, but when you're focusing on your health, you're going to be able to be in a better emotional state and make better decisions for yourself. you'll actually be in better moods. That's right, you're gonna be in better moods when you're eating healthier, because what you eat, what you put in your body affects what's going on up here. So if I have one tip to give you with health, start eating more green leafy vegetables. Next is wealth. This is the idea that you're gonna be working on your money. So why is money important? Well, no, money is not the thing that attracts women, although it doesn't hurt, but it allows you more resources. It allows you access to new things. Because you have money, you can go to new places, meet different types of people, have new opportunities, right? Super important there. And being able to have wealth allows you the type of lifestyle that you want to live. And depending on what kind of girl you want, you're going to attract that type of girl depending on the lifestyle. Again, not because of how much money you have, but the access to the type of lifestyle that you want. So definitely wealth helps. And my tip for that is this: spend less than you earn, which is going to allow you to save, and use a portion of your savings to invest. Okay, so you're really going to be learning about how to invest into stocks, into bonds, into ETFs. I highly recommend looking into ETFs. That's one of the safest ways to be able to invest money and still make money back. So again, my biggest tip here is spending less than you earn, and then taking that money and investing some of it and saving some of it for the future. Okay, third is appearance. Now, I've said on this channel, appearance is not the thing that is gonna help you attract women like some of the inner qualities, like your courage and like dominance and your personality. But appearance does help. Why? Well, honestly, it gives you a superficial confidence. It makes you feel better. And of course, it doesn't hurt to look better. So you're kind of hitting up another notch, like another 5% notch, making you just a little bit more attractive. That helps, right? So focusing on what you look like, your grooming, and your clothes. And very simple tips here. All you gotta do is wear clothes that fit, and don't get too caught up in colors. It can be very confusing. So black, white, and gray, mixture of those colors, wearing those are gonna help tremendously. All right, so we went through health, through wealth, through appearance, and now the fourth one is lifestyle, okay? And this is gonna be really important, because lifestyle is all about the way in which you network, the way in which you make friends and have a social circle, and also part of that is traveling. And traveling allows you to have experiences that's gonna help you grow as a person, learning about other cultures, having more gratitude about the way that you live versus maybe the way someone else lives. I've always known that whenever I go and travel, I always come back with a lot more gratitude and just a worldly experience that makes me feel better about the position that I might be in, and just having fun stories to share with people and fun experiences, because this is your life and you should be having fun experiences. So this is what I call the 4-step attraction amplifier. And what happens here in terms of maybe getting your ex back is that if you're working on these areas, you're gonna become more attractive. You're gonna help yourself be building a life that is more fruitful, that is more enjoyable, that is more well-rounded, working on all 4 of these areas, which a lot of people do not do. And I gave you some quick tips to do that. So if you're working on all these areas and you eventually come back to your ex and she sees that you're a more attractive version of yourself, well, there's a better chance of you guys getting back together. But remember, probably not a good idea to do that in the first place, like I said. If you want to dive deeper into all 4 of these areas, wealth, health, appearance, and lifestyle, I talk about it in my program called Hooked. I'm going to put a link below in the description at getherhooked.com, which is going to teach you all about that, plus my whole system in order to meet and attract new women so you can get an amazing girlfriend. So go check that out. Good luck, and hopefully you can follow some of these tips and see some amazing results. Talk to you soon.